It was a solemn morning as 3-year-old Lina Khil's father and members of the Afghani community traveled to Fredericksburg to follow the latest tip on the child's disappearance. That tip Wednesday night led local authorities and the Texas Rangers to an area called Cross Mountain Park. Neighbors tell us that they questioned some for hours after several tips came into the family that the child could be in the area. Among those who went to Fredericksburg, Pamela Allen from Eagle Flight, a nonprofit organization that helps families in crisis, including Lina's.
We have no information about Lina, and Riaz, Luang, quite a few of us have been getting messages from different people. And, we send it to law enforcement and FBI, and they are following every lead. Their efforts are exhausting as well.
The latest tips pointed to an area near this park. When nothing was found last night, Lina's father, Riaz, came with volunteers to search this nearby park. They climbed and looked through the brush.
Being the father of Lina, he wanted to come out and see for himself and look and what he could do to contribute to the efforts. And of course, his Afghani community came out as well.
But what did the tips say that led them here to climb for hours looking for the child?
They just believe that this may be a site of interest, and that's something that we wanted to look into. They gave a few details, but we went ahead and took that tip, sent it over to law enforcement and FBI because, of course, we want to support them.
Neighbors led the group through the trails. Allen says Lina's father knew the possibilities if the child was left here in the unforgiving Texas hill country. And so they climbed the hill and kept praying.
Just looking under bushes, trying to find any clues. We did find, a lot of the remembrance stones stacked up on one another. We found some of those mementos and things, so you could see this is where people come to pray. We just wanted to come and look and see if there's any clue. We're looking for any small clue for Lina.
And at the top of the hill, this cross, but no sign of Lina. But that doesn't mean that all hope is now gone.
And so it's the message that he continually has, and he's out searching, looking, and waiting for his daughter to return. In order to get him to not focus on that and be so sad, I asked him and other members of the Afghan community to come and help me take some stuff out of storage.
Lina Kihl disappeared from the Villas del Cabo apartments back on December the 20th. It's a developing story that we've been following from the very start for you. News 4's Jim Lefko caught up with little Lina's father today to see how the family is handling the disappearance of the 3-year-old that's drawn international attention.
This is the exact spot where Lina Kihl was last seen a month ago today. To keep her father distracted, friends are coming up with a variety of activities for him to do.
I knew today was going to be hard. We're at the month mark and still no Lina and no leads, nothing as to her disappearance.
Pamela Allen has helped with search efforts and organized another activity today for Riaz Kihl.
He's helping me deliver furniture to other Afghan families on this anniversary of his daughter's disappearance.
Lina turns 4 on February 20th. The family hopes she's home safe before then, but they're prepared to search for as long as it takes.
It's a very bad situation. We don't have any happiness. We don't enjoy anything. We're in the state of sorrows and sadness.
Lina's father can barely remember what life was like before she vanished. He spoke to us through an interpreter.
Our life is totally changed. Lina was the light for our family.
There's still $150,000 in reward money available for information leading to an arrest. The family has this message to share with the community.
Pray for Lina to come back home.
The Kihls are also expecting in 5 months. They desperately want the baby to know their oldest child and issued this plea.
Feel our pain and give us our child back to us.
3-year-old Lina Kihl's father, Riaz, was allowed into the country with his family under an SIV visa, or the Afghan Special Immigrant Visa. Kihl says he risked his life helping U.S. troops in Afghanistan. His own father, an Afghan officer, was killed by a suicide bomber while helping American soldiers.
We always look at them a little bit differently with respect because, they understood that serving alongside the U.S. forces could put their family at risk. And what to having been that for the United States and helping us to coming home or to coming to our country, and then realizing that something very terrible has happened to his family and his daughter's missing.
Through his translator, Riaz tells us that in Afghanistan, children like his daughter are not kidnapped. It is children from rich families who are taken in exchange for money.
We have never seen such kind of abduction like other means, for other reasons or other aims. But here in the United States, we never thought of that kind of thing, that somebody will do like that. And so we were thinking that's the safest country for the children.
At the Villas El Cabo apartments, where the Khils and other members of their family live, you see schools of Afghan children walking around without an adult. We're told by Kihl this is normal back home. Through his translator, he told me his first thought was that a new Afghani family may have seen Lina alone, and it was dark, so they took her home for safety.
Maybe there are new families arrived from Afghanistan to United States. They can't speak English, they don't know the laws, they don't know 911, who to call. They just found the girl and keep her at home for the girl's safety. Okay. In the morning we will know whose girl is that. So this was the scenario we were thinking.
Okay.
But by the 10 a.m. in the morning it was different.
Do you think she was just taken by anyone, or do you think this had something to do with you? Someone that was angry at you?
So I don't have any idea who have abducted and why it happened. So still is the question.
And just as we are seeing the comments on social media, so is the family.
We don't sell our children. I don't have any issue with my wife. We are happily married for 5 years. We have one boy and one girl, and another one is coming on the way. My wife is 4 months pregnant. So why I would do that? I don't need money, and Lina was my heart.